Good afternoon. Good afternoon, Wrangler family. How is everybody today? Well, thank you for joining us. My name is Tiffany Price, and I have the pleasure of serving as our Associate Vice President of Instruction for Curriculum and Workforce Education and Acting Dean for the School of Business and Industry. We are excited for you to be here and welcome you to the 2025 Career Technical Education Signing Day at Odessa College. This is a partnership with the National Coalition of Certification Centers, or NC3, and we're gathering to celebrate a key milestone in the lives of our students as they commit to continue to unlocking opportunities in their chosen careers. We're joined today by a group of inspiring individuals, students, parents, educators, industry leaders, and family and friends. Each of you play a pivotal role in supporting our students on this educational journey. Thank you for being here to share this significant day. A special welcome to our esteemed guests and partners whose support makes these opportunities for y'all possible. Career and technical and workforce education at Odessa College is more than a learning path. It is the key to unlocking opportunities that lead to rewarding careers. Our programs are carefully designed to align with industry demands, providing our students with practical experience, critical thinking abilities, and the technical knowledge needed to succeed. Whether it's in automotive technology, healthcare, welding, or energy technology, we prepare students to be proficient and skilled in their fields. The impact of these CTE programs is profound, affecting not just our students, but our entire community. It's about empowering economic growth, enhancing community well-being, and creating success pathways that were once just dreams. Today, as our students pledge to pursue their professional careers and passions, we celebrate not just their choices, but also the critical role that technical education plays in our broader economic landscape. But before we celebrate our students who have chosen to continue and to choose a workforce education pathway, we want to welcome an esteemed panel of industry partners to provide some remarks and insights. This panel will be moderated by our Vice President of Instruction, Dr. Tremaine Anderson-Silvis. It's all yours, ma'am.
Right. Thank you, Dr. Price. So good afternoon, everyone. It is a pleasure to welcome you to the CTE and NC3 Letter of Intent Signing Day here at Odessa College. To all our students and Odessa College colleagues and industry partners, thank you for being here. Today is about connection, and that's really what our conversation is going to be about this afternoon. We want to talk about real-world impact of career and technical education. CTE is more than a program. It's really a promise for all of you students that what you're learning in your programs is going to connect you to more opportunities for the future. At Odessa College, that promise, it means a lot. Many of our students are the first in their families to attend college. If you are the first in your family, everyone is included in this, not just our students, but even our employees. Will you please stand up if you are the first in your family to attend college at whatever level? Quite a few of you. We also acknowledge our students that are working while going to school. Many of them are raising families, they're caring for others, and they are still showing up every day with purpose. So you're not alone in this purpose, because the story of many of us who are here today at Odessa College have that same story. So I'm going to start with a did you all know? Did you know that we live in the fastest growing energy and industrial hub in the nation? According to the Permian Strategic Partnership, Our region's workforce demand is projected to grow over 30% by the year of 2040. That is an increase of 115,000 jobs. The Permian Basin is projected to continue adding jobs in construction, logistics, safety, welding, automation, and energy technology in the next 10 years. And that's just not growth. It's a calling for all of us to prepare students for their careers that sustain their families and their communities. That is why Vision 2030 is more about buildings. It is about bold partnerships, innovation, and closing the skills gap in West Texas. So today we're invited with some of the most impactful employers and national partners who are helping us do just that. We are joined by ExxonMobil, a global leader in energy right here in our backyard. We have the Odessa Chamber of Commerce, representing hundreds of employers across sectors. American Safety Company, helping to ensure that everyone works and gets home safely. And Rogers Ford, a trusted local employer, helping shaping the future of automotive services and sales, and also Odessa College in the work that we do here. So let's start with introductions. If you would, tell us your name and organization, and I would love for you to briefly answer this question. In one sentence, tell us why Odessa College is important to your organization. So we'll start down here.
Well, first I want to thank everyone for coming, and I appreciate y'all including me into this. My name is Billy Bob Walker from ExxonMobil. I've been an employee for ExxonMobil for 15 years. Grew up in the region, grew up in West Texas. Started my career in Midland. To answer your question, why is Odessa College important to us? Exxon has partnered with Odessa College and many other institutions to identify candidates for programs like automation, instrumentation, electrical. We've worked in different aspects to identify individuals that we feel can fill needs for us in our workplace. So it is very important to establish that pipeline, especially when you can look at a place like Odessa College that's close to home, because that's what we're looking for, people who have roots in this community.
My name is Spencer Manning. Thank you all for being here today. I'm with Rogers Ford, and we've got a big partnership with Odessa College. They've really helped us out with technician recruitment and retention even. We now no longer have to travel to find technicians. We're able to brew them here with local students. We have recruited about 30 total that have gone through class with the automotive side with Rob and Sean and the other guys at the automotive building. And it's really helped us out with continuing on with building our community. It's more than just, hey, we're trying to get these guys a job. We want to keep on building on. These are mentors that we're also having at our dealership that are mentoring the kids that are in school right now, so they're learning while they're going to school. It really helps them out in the industry while they're actually at school.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Seth Gardner, and I am the Regional Safety Manager for American Safety Services. My personal relationship with Odessa College is fantastic. I went back to school here as a working adult in oil and gas. I have a certificate in occupational safety and environmental technician. I have a certificate. I got that. And then I got an associate's degree. And then I went back and got a bachelor's degree from here. And it's been an absolute fantastic time. And I also currently am an adjunct professor for the OSET program and get to see that side of it as a professor as well. So a little bit about me. I love Odessa College. It's been an absolute boon when it comes to finding really good people for us. We don't recruit internationally or nationally. Everyone that works for our company has to live locally. We look for local people to work for us, and we look for individuals that are driven. We're really looking for individuals that are pursuing higher education, because there is a huge difference. I know you can't see it if you're a student now, because it doesn't make sense. However, it will make sense, trust me. It will make sense when you have that certificate, when you continue to go on, when you have a degree, it'll make sense for that. So trying to figure out if I can get this to one sentence or not.
Yeah,
anyway.
You're like way past. You did a dissertation, but that's okay.
Sure, yeah, okay. But what I want to say really is that the benefits for us and for having a really valued and educated workforce is because you're here, right? Just like you said, we are the fastest growing energy sector. We are not in a region that has 5 million residents. This is not DFW, right? We don't have that kind of workforce. So we have to develop our people to help us here. That way we all take care of our families here. The money we make stays here. It goes to the next round. So hopefully that was one sentence, right?
It was good, but go ahead. Renee?
Hello, good afternoon. I'm Renee Earls. I am the President and CEO of the Odessa Chamber of Commerce, and we are a member organization. We have over 1,000 businesses and individuals who are members of our organization, but that represents about 45,000 jobs here in our community. And I can't even begin to put in one sentence what Odessa College means to our chamber. I think in one word, it means future, because we have so many companies that are either here currently looking for employees, or we have companies that will call us and come see us. In fact, today we have 2 companies from out of the area that are here looking at this community, setting up shop, and they will need employees. So we rely heavily on Odessa College to educate and train the future workforce. And so I congratulate you. It's exciting. It's wonderful. This is an incredible community to be in. I am born and raised and would not be anywhere else. And I think there is no place like West Texas to really get your roots in and go to work here and just be a part of the community and make an impact. And you can do that here, right, and in Odessa.
Yes, yes.
Well, I won't introduce myself because I just did, but you know, Odessa College, I'm proud to be a part of an organization that provides opportunities for our students. So we're providing a life, we're providing something that will change the trajectory of y'all's life, of your family's life, and I'm super proud to be a part of that. So
Awesome. All right. Yes, let's give them a hand. So let's begin with what really matters. Let's talk about student success. At Odessa College, we often say that success isn't just measured by graduation, although that's a wonderful opportunity for us to all see. It's also measured by what happens to the graduates after they leave here. How do they start their career? So that's where you, our industry partners, come in. You are hiring students, you're watching them, they're growing as leaders and skilled professionals. We want to hear from you. In what ways have you seen Odessa College graduates come to your companies ready to succeed? Anybody want to take that one?
So we've had students, especially around automation, instrumentation, and electrical, come into our company. When you go through those programs and get those certifications, they've been able to come into the company, put their boots on the ground, and pick up and adapt pretty fast. So there's a lot of interest as far as those type of programs. Also, I think I said electrical and instrumentation, but just electrical in general. If you talk about the fastest growing region in the industry, you know, energy region, that means you've got to have power to do that. So any kind of certifications towards that, like we've seen a lot of success, and we strive to find those individuals.
Good. Anybody else?
Sure, I'll go. So I think one of the things that's important to remember for all of us as you're going through education is that it's hard, right? It's hard to get the work done. It's hard to hold to those timelines and due dates and get that stuff. It's hard to make sure that you collaborate with other people. But there is a difference that we see. I certainly can see that as an employer when I hire somebody that's either graduated from Odessa College, currently in Odessa College, and or going to be attending. And I have all of those currently in my workforce. And personally, I know a lot of people that have been through the program and have also worked for me. There is a difference that happens. You are better prepared. You know more. You still have to do the work. So it's not an automatic ticket. It is a differentiator for you to have the certificate, right? Because you've done the work, to have the degree, but you still have to show up every day. You still have to perform every day. And when they look at you and say, who's going to move forward, I know for me, it makes a big, huge difference if somebody has some kind of formal education behind them, either a certificate, some type of degree, an associate's, and a bachelor's, whatever that is, it's shown to the employer that you've done the work on your own to better yourself. And that's certainly the people that we want to work for us, right? Because those people have already proven to themselves that they can do it. And if they've already done that, then we definitely want a part of it. And I can tell you on a professional and a personal side, the people that I've been fortunate enough to have work for me, that I've known, that I've gone to school with, they've all done very, very well because of the education that they received here. It allowed them to be a differentiator in the workforce. They still had to do the work, right? It's still hard, but it will enable you to move forward in your career and really be very, very successful. I can tell you this, that my company in the last 4 years, we've had about 37 individuals that have left us to go on to bigger and better things and work and make a lot more money for big producers like Exxon or Chevron. And I'll tell you, of those people, roughly 80% of them all had some type of higher education, and 16 of them came from Odessa College. So keep going.
Yes, good one. So we want to hear some success stories. Can you share a quick success story of someone that graduated from Odessa College? Would anyone like to share a story?
At Rogers Ford, we actually have several students that we've sponsored and they've graduated at this point. They are now mentoring new students that are currently going to the automotive program at Ford Asset. So it's nice to see that they're putting back into the community. They realize that it's worth their time now. They saw that somebody else put that time into them. So it's nice to see that they were taught something at Odessa College, obviously, and with us as a partner, that it's important to develop and put that time into somebody. It really helps us out to continue growing our community. Even being in Midland, we rely on Odessa College to do a lot of this stuff for us.
Any more success stories that you would like to share? I know you have one.
She's looking at me, y'all. She's looking right at me, saying,
Yeah, I know
"You're up." So I got plenty of those, and there's a lot of them that are out there. But I want to talk about a couple. Number one, I talk about me because I kind of already did. But I will tell you that literally Odessa College and the education changed my entire life. And if you've ever heard, I don't know, I had to tell this story before. 11 years ago, I moved here. I was homeless. I lived in a van. And found oil and gas and started working in safety and didn't know a lot of stuff and went to school here and learned a bunch of stuff, and it opened the doors for me. That's just on me. I have a really good friend of mine that worked for me previously. He was an Odessa College graduate in the Associates OSET program. He worked for me at a previous employer. He worked for me at this employer. He's now currently a consultant for an energy company as an independent. He makes very, very good money, and he enjoys traveling to London 16 times a year. So I have a lot of those stories that are out there from Odessa College, primarily because I'm super involved with it, but also because I recognize that we're all here, we're all local, there's a lot of opportunity for you, and if you go get it, there's a lot of people like me that see that and will help you along the way.
Awesome, thank you. Now that we've talked a little bit about student success, let's talk about skills and knowledge. At Odessa College, we're committed to educating and training students to build kinds of skills that open doors. And so you talked a little bit about that, whether that's through a certificate, a degree, or an industry-aligned credential. But we know that the landscape, it's always changing. It's always shifting, and no one understands hiring better than you. So we want to turn to you for some insight. What certificates or skills do you find most valuable in new hires today?
I will say from a chamber standpoint, you know, a lot of the companies that we have coming into the area, we specifically work with that are in the manufacturing part. But they need employees of all skills. You know, every business that operates either needs the worker out in the field, but they also need the person who is writing out the paychecks and is managing the budget. And the soft skills are important as well, you know, answering the phone and making sure when they're greeted at the front desk that they feel important. So I think one of the things that is important for us when companies do call us saying that they're looking to either do some additional training or some upskilling for either the employees they have or those that they're looking to hire, they want to make sure that they do hire the welders and the construction workers and making sure that those people are building the houses that we need, because everybody who's moving here needs a place to live so that they're not like you living in their van. That housing is very important. But an overall, the business has every aspect of an employee in it. And I love that Odessa College can help us in every way possible from A to Z with a business that has any needs for additional training.
Great, thank you. So again, we want to talk about collaboration and opportunity, and y'all kind of alluded to this in your introductions, but I kind of want to drill down a little bit and talk about it more. We know that our students are ready, our programs are always evolving, but we can't do it alone. You need your certificate, you need the degree, post-secondary education to move forward. But can you talk a little bit about how you're collaborating with Odessa College to create talent pipelines? How do you offer work-based learning? How are students being connected to you all as partners?
Yeah, I think I'll go first on this. We actually partner with Rob and Sean directly. We have 4 days, which there's one coming up next week on Thursday. We have a big pipeline of students, which a lot of you may be going to that. And we'd like to talk to you, just kind of show you what we offer as far as apprenticeships. We'll sponsor you and we'll put you with a technician that they will mentor you for the entire 2 years that you're going to school at Odessa College. That way, while you're going to school, learning in class, you're learning real world hands-on what can happen in a shop and what kind of stuff we see. So that way you're prepared whenever it's time.
Want to talk a little bit about that?
Sure. So yeah, Exxon also offers internships and summer roles, job shadowing, and that type. We've partnered with institutions like Odessa College to work. I hate to keep mentioning automation, but that's a big presence in our industry needs. But work on automation programs that around I&E. We'll go and find those individuals, pull them into our own intern and programming or training program, and then that can potentially lead to future employment with the company. So we also partner and provide internships.
If I can just add something, just this morning I heard that a student who does an internship or an apprenticeship is twice as likely to get a job than one that does not. So I would encourage you to look at something like that. It helps the employer, it helps the student, and it gets you hands-on experience just in case you think you want to do something. Before you finish with that certification or the degree, find out what it's really like and get that hands-on experience.
Dr. Price, do you want to talk about some of the opportunities that you've seen with students in the School of Business and Industry with internships, apprenticeships as well?
Yes, certainly. So an internship is a part of most of your degree paths. And it's critical because it allows you the opportunity to go out and take the skills that you've learned throughout the program and actually use them. And then that way, and you come back to the classroom and you're like, well, I saw this in the industry, I need a little bit more of this. And so that helps us also to allow you to see what else we need to add to the skills and your learning pathways. So it's important, and it's an opportunity to get your foot in the door. So many industry partners, we were at an advisory meeting today, and as we know, we have got some trades that are aging out. The retiring population is larger than the population going in. So it's you are our future, and you're heading into that. And so to be able to get your foot in the door of some very good opportunities is important.
Okay, so to close us out, we need to talk a little bit about the future and what is ahead. Our students, as I said, are here, and through Vision 2030, we're really working on not just only expanding our facilities and modernizing equipment, but we're also aligning with the needs of West Texas. And so I would like to know a little bit about what you see as far as the future. What are the certification? What are the skills? What is it that our students need to be able to move forward with new opportunities into the future? What do you all see?
I see a big need for advanced diagnosis on new vehicles. A lot of architecture is changing on those. There's a lot more modules on them, so I think a deeper dive into that, and Ford's starting to look into that. So I think our school here at Odessa College seems to be a good pioneer school for teaching some of those changes that are coming up. And I think we're already starting to see the talks for that we're going to be able to buy some new equipment and be able to start teaching some of those things. That'll be a nice change that I think we should see going forward. That'll help us out with generating that pipeline that we need as a dealership.
I think what's important when we look as we're going forward, we know that there is a significant relationship between our online lives and our real life lives, right? And I don't think that we address that significantly enough from an educational standpoint to be able to utilize both lives. And I'll just, for example, a lot of us in the professional world, we use social media to connect, to grow our network, to get business, to get work, to find people. And I think that's one of the skill sets that all of you are surely proficient, right, in social media. You're surely proficient on your phone. And so that is a skill set that can be utilized in a variety of ways. In my industry, what I do is safety. We use AI, we use systems, we use interfaces to help people to go home the same way they showed up, right? And so I would love to see some focus on that, some utilization of that, to recognize that everybody in this room is probably a pretty proficient user. We may not be experts and we can write code, some of us probably can, but that is such an opportunity for us to blend what we all are doing all the time, right? I'm talking and my watch is going off for a text message or something right now, right? And that's where we live. And so I think for me, especially when it comes to the safety side, utilizing both lives, right? Our real life as well as our online life, our digital life, utilizing those effectively and successfully to help people stay safe. I'm with it.
Renee, you have a bit on that?
Mine is a little bit a takeoff of that, but I'm sitting here thinking about, I mentioned the word future and how education is power and success. But one thing, and I know I saw a couple of heads shake when I talked about, I love Odessa and I wouldn't be anywhere else. Well, let me tell you that you can make more money in this region than you can make anywhere else in the profession that you will choose to be in, because we don't have as many people coming this way to take jobs. So these employers up here have to pay a little bit extra to get those positions filled. So to me, I would rather live in an area where I'm going to have a little bit more money, more money in my wallet to be able to do the fun things, to be able to travel and do that kind of thing. And I just want you to really look at Odessa and West Texas as the important region that we are. The product that is below our feet is we are prolific in the energy industry. And we never need to forget what comes out of the ground here absolutely fuels the world. And you have the opportunity to be a part of that on the front line. And to me, that's really exciting.
All right. Seth, do you want to add anything? Last words on skills? Billy
Sure.
Bob. I'm calling him Seth.
That's all right.
I'll
I'll forgive you.
Wrong
I can't believe you
person.
forgot Billy
Seth,
Bob.
you already
So just as far as skills and what we look for, what's important to us, Seth actually kind of mentioned AI. I don't want to say that ExxonMobil is leading the industry in artificial intelligence, but we've got to be at the top. So AI is extremely important to us. I'm sure I could ask everybody in the crowd who's heard of ChatGPT or Grok or whatever artificial intelligence you use, but what comes along with that and what you have to have behind that is quality data and data analysis. And so if you don't have good data points and information coming in and the ability to see those data points, it doesn't matter how powerful your AI is. And so that's going to be a drive moving forward as we expand our digital presence and digital footprint in the industry, is being able to see that information coming in. Can we go out and can we fix it? Can we calibrate what's feeding that data? So I can't express enough how important that is and how important that's going to be moving in the future.
All right, thank you, Billy Bob. Wrong name, but I got the right person. All right, so all of us, let's give a round of applause for our panelists today and their expertise. Thank you all. These professionals didn't show up just to speak to you, but they showed up because they are interested in you. So I hope that you take the time, students, to make sure that you communicate with them, talk to them after this is over with, ask them questions on your own, and ideas, and network as well. We talked a little bit about networking and getting to know them. So now, without further ado, we're going to transition, and I'm going to ask our panelists, we are going to move from the stage that we're on, and we're going to now do our signing day. Thank you all.
Okay, thank you again to our industry panelists. That was amazing. So I hope y'all had some great takeaways from it. So now we're going to turn it over to our students. And we all know signing days as somebody who is going into into some sort of athletic opportunity at a school. And I'm going to get the dates wrong, but probably the last 5 or 6 years has been something that the NC3 organization, I'll look at you, did I get the years right? Close enough. So the NC3 organization has initiated something to celebrate the pathway y'all are choosing, to celebrate that y'all are choosing an opportunity to better yourself, to your skills, and go into a career and a workforce pathway. So we're going to turn it over to this signing day is just signifying that you chose and will continue to choose this career pathway and continue to enroll in it. So what we're going to do is we are going to, when I call out the program in which you are that you are in the pathway, you're going to come up. Obviously, there's 12, I was counting, 12 places for you to sit. You're going to sign. Your very important department chairs and your instructors are going to stand behind you. We'll all pose for a picture, and we'll celebrate you signing that you are making this commitment. So, is everyone ready? All right, so we're going to start with our automotive diesel technology. So if you'll stand up, walk over here, whoever gets here first, sit down, and then we'll make. So if you are in automotive and diesel technology, and if you teach, if you're one of our special faculty and instructors, please come stand behind the tables. Awesome, awesome. So again, thank you for making this commitment to this career pathway, and go ahead and sign. Okay, we have the pictures. Okay, next, y'all can go back to your seats. Thank you. And I'm sorry, yes, take the papers with you. We're going to give them to your instructors, and they'll sign them, and then they'll give them back to you. All right, our next career pathway is business and professions. Again, this one. I know there's 12. 12 chairs. All right. Thank you for choosing business professions. As you heard Ms. Earls tell us that these are important roles as well in our industry. So take a minute to sign. Okay. All right, you good? Thank you. All right, next is criminal justice. Did you hand them all out? All right, do we have? Have to get more. All right. Thank you for choosing this pathway, this critical pathway to all of our communities. And go ahead and sign. Okay. All right. Thank you. All right, next is going to be our automation energy technology. And if we have did the pins get taken? I know. Did y'all keep the pins, the last people that were up here? Is there enough pins? We'll do a second round for y'all. So, who has a pin? Thank you. All right. We obviously heard this industry was critical to our area, so thank you for choosing this pathway. And go ahead and sign. Oh. I'm like, ow. Okay. All right. Our Lex 4. Go ahead and sit down. Go ahead and sign. All right. Thank you. All right. Now we have occupational safety and environmental technology. Oh, I love it. Your alumnus. Yes. All right, go ahead and sign. All right. Thank you for choosing this pathway. And finally, we have our welding technologies. And if there's more than 12, then we'll do two rounds. All right, go ahead and sign. Okay, our last two can get up there and sign too. All right, thank you for choosing this career pathway. All right, one more time. Let's give our students a round of applause. Thank you for choosing your pathway. Thank you for choosing Odessa College. So you will have a bright future. So let us move forward with the spirit of celebration and support. We're going to unlock some new opportunities and forge their paths to success. Now I'm going to turn it over to Steve Lair, the NC3 Program Manager for Festo, for a couple of brief words.
Thank you. Thank you very much. I won't be long. So you've all signed your papers, right? Okay, welcome to the Navy. I'm just kidding. So on behalf of NC3 and Festo, we would like to thank you for inviting us, me, and NC3 to this event, and for you hosting this event. Over the next 2 weeks, there will be dozens of schools that will be doing a similar event for thousands of students across North America and their families. And I can tell you that every one of them is special in their own way. But the biggest thing about them, each one of them, is the fact that these young men and women are committing to a future that is bright and prosperous. So I have 4 really quick points I want to make this afternoon. One, to the high school faculty and administrations here, congratulations, you've got them here. And that's a pretty amazing thing. And your dedication to their success is part of the reason why they're sitting here today. You know, most of us do have that one teacher or that one person that influenced us and that we'll never forget. And I know that you strive to be that one person. To the Odessa faculty, they're yours now. Congratulations and good luck. And it's incumbent upon you to now impart your knowledge, your experience, and to help guide them to that next step in their journey. And so I wish you success. And I want to also say that it's just not in the classroom, it's in the community. Odessa is a small town. You're going to run into each other constantly. So when you see these students, offer them that word of encouragement and that bit of affirmation that they can be successful. To the students, so one of the things I want to challenge you today is to think about why you're here today, why you sat at this table and committed to a career path and a learning path that will lead you to futures that you still don't know. And don't forget what that thought was. As a Master Chief in the Navy, every once in a while I'd get a young sailor that would lose their way and they would forget. And I would sit them down in my office and I would ask them The day that you signed your paper, what was your dreams? What were your aspirations? Why did you join the Navy? Why did you want to be here today? So I wanted to remind them that wherever they are today, they need to recenter and refocus. So someday you're going to be discouraged, you're going to be not happy where you're at, or whatever the case may be, whatever it is, remember this day and remember why you're here and why you've made this commitment. And then to all the people that are here that are important to these students, you have a very special job. There won't be a Master Chief in their ear, but you'll be there. And so they'll need every once in a while that vote of confidence, that vote of affirmation, and that encouragement to keep going. There'll be days when they won't want to go to school, or they won't want to be where they're at, or they might doubt what they've done. But it's going to be incumbent upon you to be the person that helps them get through that. So finally, I will give you a traditional salute from the Navy, which is, I wish you all in your future endeavors fair winds and following seas.
Thank you, thank you. All right, one more round of applause for our students, for our industry and faculty, for our panel today. Right. Thank you all for being here. Odessa College employees, your all-in code is 1187. 1187. All right. Thank you again. Have a great rest of your day.